So at the end of class today, we're going to talk about how we go from pounds to tons. I started talking about it yesterday a little bit, but I'm going to have you talk about it a little bit more today. Okay? So, 80,000 pounds. Now, here's the reason I want to convert to tons. And I kind of mentioned this. If you were to put 8,000 on a scale, okay? Some scales don't go that high, okay? And then they have digital scales now that go as high as that. But trucks and truck weights are measured in tons, okay? And we'll see why they measure in tons instead of 80,000 pounds, okay? We'll talk about that in a second. What I want you to do right now, though, have your interactive journals open to page 2. And I want to ask some of you some questions. And I want you to get your answer off of this page. So, for instance, let me start with Fabiola. Fabiola, 1 foot. How many inches is that? Look on the chart and tell me, how many inches is in 1 foot? 12. So, if she's looking at her formula chart, and I think I have mine up here, she goes, oh look, here's 1 foot, and there's 12 inches. Okay? I really want you to learn where to get this information, because it's not going to be a mystery on the test. You have to find out that information. And that information is right on this chart. Fabiola, pick the next person. Isaac. Isaac, looking on this chart here, I want you to tell me how many ounces, how many fluid ounces are there in 1 cup?
8.
There are 8 fluid ounces in 1 cup. And again, not from memory, y'all. From here. 1 cup equals 8 fluid ounces. I also want you to notice that the feet and inches were in the length category, and the volume and capacity, okay, is where Isaac found the ounces in the cup. Isaac, pick the next person.
I pick Jasmine.
Jasmine, looking on this chart on page 2, I'd like for you to tell me how many centimeters are there in 1 meter? How many centimeters are there in 1 meter? Okay, look at centimeters and meters and the relationship that they have. Centimeters and meters. 100. Cool. Yeah, I mean, like I said, do something right away. You don't have to do it right away. Just kind of give this to me. Now, here's another thing. I'm going to go here. No, let me clear this. Jasmine, pick the next person. Who's that? Dorian. Dorian, how many feet? And before you answer, how many feet are there in 1 yard? And I just want to kind of show you this real quick. Because, again, you can think about it in terms of the formula chart. But let's say I showed you this. Okay? And this was 1 yard. How many feet are inside of 1 yard, Dorian?
3.
There are 3. Okay? And if you look at your formula chart, what does it say? 3 feet in 1 yard. But this is just another way of thinking about it. You've seen meter sticks and you've seen yardsticks this entire time. Well, this is 1 yard, and there's 3 feet inside of this.
Is that homemade?
No, I bought it like that. Self-control will help you get a long way, sir. It'll help you get a long way. All right. So Dorian answered 3 feet. Last question I want to ask. Go ahead, Dorian. Pick somebody else. Preferably on this side of the room. That side of the room's already had a lot of answers. All right. On page 2.
I didn't tell him.
You can use an elbow partner, Kaylin. So that's a good thing. Kaylin, what I want is how many quarts are in this gallon guy that I have here. How many quarts would you say there are in this gallon guy? You could look up here, you could look on your formula chart. You just tell me, how many quarts are in 1 gallon? 4. Check this out. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. The thighs and the upper arms are my quarts. His body is a gallon. And of course, probably the most handsome gallon that I have. I'll have this hanging from the ceiling soon. I'll have it hanging from the ceiling, but I just haven't had an opportunity to get it there. Why does it look scary?
It's because we don't have batteries.
I really don't know. Alright, so there are 4 quarts in a gallon. So reading this chart, y'all, it's going to be super important for you to do some of these problems. So here's what I want you to do. In your interactive journal, on any page you want to, hopefully just a clean page, maybe a scratch page that you have on there, because I know we skipped around a lot. Find a blank page. I'm going to ask you to convert a couple of things, and I want you and your elbow partner to work together. Ready? I'm going to do 5 cups. And I'm going to change that into fluid ounces. Okay? I'm going to change it to fluid ounces. So right now, we just went over this conversion. How many ounces did we say there were in 1 cup?
8.
There were 8. So ladies and gentlemen, if there are 8,
5 times 8.
I will take 5 times 8, and that will give me my answer in fluid ounces. I want you to do the exact same thing with the next conversion. Ready?
Yes.
I want you to tell me how many ounces there are in 3 pounds. Be careful, because these are not the same ounces. They are different ounces. There's a different conversion. So go ahead and raise your hand when you got the answer of how many ounces are in 3 pounds. What you got? Good job. Here, get over on the same page. You're stuck. They're stuck.
Mister, I'm done. Mister, I'm done. They're the partners.
Good. They ready to check you? Yeah. All right. You get it? Let me see. Good job. You get it? Good job. right, let me get the markers. Good job, good job. You got everybody pretty much on the same page. I like that.
I think no, I'm not done.
Great, put it have a seat. All right.
It's never been.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if I tell you how many pounds, you should be able to tell me how many ounces by simply multiplying by the number of ounces in 1 pound. A lot of you figured out there were 16 ounces in 1 pound. It said it right there on your formula chart. So y'all decided that there was 48. Okay? Very good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor. Go ahead and look at example number 3. I forgot to look at the other ones. Example number 3, I want to talk to you about, we're actually going to go a little different direction this time. Check this out. I have 48 inches. And I want to know how many feet there are. So, this is a little different than we've done before. Faith, how many inches are there in 1 foot? There are 12 inches in 1 foot, ladies and gentlemen. So since there are 12 inches in 1 foot, what am I going to need to do to find the answer? Wait. Raise your hand if you know what we're going to have to do to find the answer. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not 7, maybe 8 people that know. Adrian, what do you think?
Divide.
I'm going to divide? What am I dividing by?
3.
Say it again?
Oh, wait. 12.
I'm dividing by 12. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take 48 and I'm going to divide that by 12. So I'm going to say 48. This time I'm dividing by 12. That's going to give me 4. Alright, here's your example. I want you to work on it.
Is it similar to that?
It is similar to that. Yes. Example number 4. Let's see. How about, I have 20 pints. And I want to find out how many quarts I have. I have 20 pints, and I want to know how many quarts I have. Go ahead. Let's work on this. Raise your hand when you got the answer.
By what?
Alright, this time I'll give you the marker. You help me out? Go. You got it, Aiden? Oh, Marley got it?
Even with these shoes.
Alright, Leon, let me see. Good job. 10 quarters, perfect. Get everybody on board. I want everybody on board. Oops. Good shoes over your head. Please, thanks. Easy, Marley. What do you got?
I was gonna grade her.
gentlemen, let me have the markers back. Close the lids. Awesome. Hayden, thank you so much. Alright. Alright, so here's what I want you to do.
Where's the bag?
Right now, if you have an elbow partner, if not, if you have somebody behind you or somebody inside of you that you can talk to, what we're going to do is, I'm going to give you a really quick, we're actually going to do a quizzes, but I want to do one question with you first. And just a real quick question, I want you to start thinking about in terms of like, oh boy, how does this work? Alright. Ladies and gentlemen. No. Not yet, not yet. We are. Just patience. Alright.
Patience is money.
Alright. So ladies and gentlemen, here's a question I want you to talk about with your elbow partner. Okay? In about, I'm going to give you 30 seconds. One of the elbow partners be the talker, the other one be the listener. Then I'm going to give you 30 seconds to switch. Okay? And, all right. Hold on. I didn't mean to do that. Alright, it's you. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, listen up. I got 5 gallons. I got 21 quarts. I want you to turn to your elbow partner, and I want you to tell me, I want you to talk about which one's bigger and why. Go ahead, 30 seconds.
A fox, that is not a fox. That's a wolf.
You gotta say why.
This.
Alright, in 5 seconds, I want you to switch. Maybe the other person has a different way of thinking. Are you ready? Switch. The other person talk, the other person listen.
This is a raccoon. I had a teacher approve of the engine of the raccoon.
10 seconds. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor. Stop talking. Bring your conversations to a close. Do me a favor. Silently writing, what I want you to do is, I want you to write down something you may have heard from your elbow partner, or maybe from somebody else, because y'all were talking. I did hear some good answers. So, 30 seconds, I want you to write something that you heard about why one is bigger than the other. Ready? 30 seconds. Go. Silent writing.
Done.
Excellent. You got 15 seconds. All right. So let's see. Who has an answer they'd like to share? Isaac does. Andrea? Yeah. Dorian? Very good. Let me see. Isaac.
Yes.
Pick somebody that is going to answer the question. And it's either Anea, you got Dorian, or you got Adrian back there, or Aiden. Dorian. All right, so Dorian, which one do you say is bigger? Oh, you think 21 quarts is bigger? Okay, now hold on. Anea, do you agree? You agree with that?
Disagree.
All right, so here's the way. I'm talking to Anea. A little self-control. That's all you need to have. Hey, Anea, so you agree that 21 quarts is greater value? Okay. Adrian, can you tell me why?
Because 21 quarts is bigger because when you add all the quarts together, it equals more than 5 gallons.
Oh, okay. All right, and I agree with you. I see that. Leonard, what do you think?
I think if you divide 21 quarts, then it's going to be bigger than 5 gallons.
Check this out. Well, so what Leonore's done is she's looked at the formula chart. She said, "Hey, look, there are 4 quarts in every gallon." So and so she's going to say, "Oh, sorry, did I say it right? Yeah." So she's going to go 21 divided by 4. Because that'll tell me how many gallons I have. When she divides this, and I'm assuming she uses a regular algorithm, right? That's going to be 20. And then I'm going to have, I have to drop down to 0. So I'm actually going to have 5.1 something, something, something.
Oh, I see what you're
Right? So she has a really good reason. She's like, mathematically, there's more because it's 5.1, and 5.1 has to be bigger than 5 gallons. Now, that's the kind of questions they ask on STAR. Like, they'll give you 2 quantities, and they'll say, which one's bigger? Which one's smaller? Or are these exactly the same amount? Okay? Here's what I want you to do. Go ahead and open up your computers, ladies and gentlemen. Open up your computers. They should be on quizzes.com, but if they're not, get them logged in on quizzes.com. Please log in as students. Do not log in as your own. Don't log in as your own account if it's not logged in, because it'll take forever. If you're sharing a computer, please put both people's names. If you have your own phone, yes, you can use your phone. All right. The code is on the board. Thank you so much for already logging in. What's your name? Oh, Leslie. That's right. This computer's a little slow. Kind of like me right now.
On you.
If you're sharing a computer, please put both people's names so I can give both people credit. Number is? Yes, ma'am. Okay. Open with the credit first. Oh, this one, right? Sorry. All right. Technology issues. Just log back in. Face forward, Joe. Now, look. I know some of y'all think this is a race. It's not a race to the finish. It's who gets the highest accuracy. So, what I'm going to need you to do, okay? I'm going to make sure that you use scratch paper. That's what it's there for. And you're definitely going to want to use your formula chart. Ready?
Yes.
3, 2,
5. Let's go grab my computer. Go back, please. Be careful, don't knock my We already have a person with a perfect score.
Perfect score.
Sir, do I unplug it? Sir, can I unplug it?
Huh?
Can I unplug it?
Yes. Two people with a perfect score.
Yes.
Three people with a perfect score.
Yes. I got it.
Not easy. Hey, Roman, you're doing good though. You haven't missed one yet. I Remember, what percent are you shooting for? 50%. Yeah, definitely. 100% would be great. Please. You did the best. Doing so well.
Sorry, I'm back.
Keep going, man. Just keep going, though. I'm not going to look at you. Keep going. Roman gets a perfect score. Not bad. All right, we got people down here still working. All right.
Sir, I did good.
Okay, so here's the deal. I know there's some of y'all still finishing. What I want to do with those of you that are done, take out your do now, go to your exit ticket, okay? And I want you to start working on this exit ticket. It's kind of just a check for understanding right now, but I want to do this so that I can check to see what you know. So continue working on quizzes if you're still working on it. For those of you that are finished, work on this check for understanding.
It says Wi-Fi mobile.
Press the wrong one. There we go. You cannot help each other out with this though. This has to be your own doing. It's a question from yesterday when the sausage man came. He has 80,000 pounds of sausage he makes on the daily. How many tons is that? Once again, please no talking as we're trying to find out what you know about this. Raise your hand when you're done. I'll collect your exit ticket.